We have an update from Roseau, Minnesota, following a shelter-in-place order last night that was lifted this morning. A manhunt is still underway late on this Friday afternoon for 33-year-old Brandon T. Hamilton, still running. After allegedly pointing a gun at a woman Thursday night. Hamilton was out on bail for drug sales, domestic assault, and more from an incident last May. And now, more trouble Thursday night on the south end of Roseau. It appears police, though, have the gun. More details on all this from the criminal complaint. Quote, on November 30th at 8:02 p.m., Roseau police received a call from the female victim reporting that Hamilton had pointed a gun at her. This was said to have happened at the 1101 apartments. This is located on the south end of Bemidji here. The officer began responding to the scene and checked for a black BMW that was reported to be driven by Hamilton. The victim met the officers, and Hamilton went over to Parkland Apartments next door, and that she did not know where he is. Female victim reported getting into a fight with Hamilton, and he pulled a silver and black handgun and then fled the scene. The victim further described getting into an argument with Hamilton, which led to a physical altercation. The female victim indicated there was broken glass all over from the altercation. She reported attempting to leave and Hamilton pulling her back in by the hair and shirt. At some point in the altercation, Hamilton pulled out a firearm and pointed it at her. The victim then called law enforcement, and Hamilton left the apartment. The victim is protected by a domestic abuse no contact order signed by the court in August. Other officers, including state troopers and deputies, then arrived at the Parkland apartment complex next door to where the altercation occurred and located the two-door black BMW with Mississippi plates 55 and 1. The vehicle was not occupied. Officers entered the apartments but were not able to locate Hamilton. Surveillance was reviewed. An individual who matches the appearance of Hamilton is seen entering the main entrance to the Parkland Place apartments and is seen walking to a stack of newspapers. Hamilton is then observed to pull something out of his pocket and put it under the stack of newspapers. A Minnesota conservation officer located the firearm beneath the newspapers, where Hamilton was viewed to put an item. The firearm had 5 bullets inside. The officers then, from a tip, checked another apartment, but Hamilton was not located. The renter of that apartment reported Hamilton had been there, but when officers were observed at the apartment building, he went back and told Hamilton he could not stay there. It was said that Hamilton then jumped off the second floor balcony and fled on foot from the premises, and as of late on this Friday afternoon, he's still running. If you see him or know of his whereabouts, you're asked to contact police. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.